I am Cheryl Jackson, Vice President of Government Affairs and Corporate Development for AAR Corporation, and I'm delighted to be here with Erin Reeves, who is the President of Nextions and the author of best-selling The Next IQ. How long did it take you to write this book?
It took me, well, it's based on research that I'd been doing for a couple of years, but the actual writing probably took me about a year.
The shift to the Next IQ way of thinking and doing inclusion from identity-based inclusion to perspective-based inclusion requires change at the organizational level. But it also requires change in how individuals see themselves in organizations. What is one change that you see in individuals needing to make that will allow for us to reinvigorate inclusion efforts in organizations?
One of the things that research is starting to show is that as long as we stay with sort of rigid identities that, you know, here are women, here are men, here are African Americans, here are Asians, here are Hispanics, when we focus just on getting people to the table because of the identity that we sort of ascribe to them, it's harder to get people integrated. So it's hard to move from diversity to inclusion when the point of diversity is to sort of separate people into these groups. So what the research actually found is that when organizations see individuals not as this prescribed kind of identity, but as bringing different perspectives because of what they've experienced in life and what they've been sort of exposed to in life, we see much greater success occurring. So in our clients that have shifted from identity-based inclusion to perspectives-based, we've seen that change occur. But part of the change is also when individuals start seeing themselves differently. So instead of saying, I am diverse, I am underrepresented, to say I have a point of view that is actually not an asset that the organization has yet, and therefore I am bringing an asset to the table, as opposed to I'm coming to the table and need to be included, is a shift that when we see that happening with women or with racial ethnic minorities or LGBT employees, it can actually accelerate it. I'm not saying it's easy, and I'm not saying it doesn't come without its challenges, but when we focus on it that way, we see that progress is actually accelerated quite a bit.
Okay, so I'm your case study.
Okay.
Black woman in an all-white male organization, company. So how would you qualify me, quantify me, describe me, and integrate me? I mean, how would you do that?
Well, and I think that's
with your new research and your
right, and I think that's a great question, right? So one of the things is you are a black woman, right? But that is 1/10 of who you are, not even, right? You have also had some amazing professional experiences. You have had some amazing relationships. You've done some amazing things. And I think to be able to say, I have done amazing things X, Y, and Z, and I happen to have done them as a black woman, which is an asset that isn't currently in my environment, allows you to bring the skills first and the perspectives first, and to also allow people to understand, because you've experienced, say, politics or the corporate world, as a black woman, you have seen aspects of a situation that other people might not have seen. So you're kind of using your identity to allow people to see ways in which your perspectives are perspectives that are missing around the table, as opposed to saying, I should be at the table because I'm a black woman.
I like that.
You know?
I like that a lot. Erin, thanks so much for joining us today. It's been a real pleasure.
Absolutely. Thank you.